Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Majin Bob, and I wanted to make this short video because I played against this Ghostblade player who is deity rank slash legend rank, and part of this is a little bit of an apologizing kind of video because I didn't really want to farm against them because, spoiler alert, I win a lot against this player, but I also kind of wanted to use this as a little bit of a teaching tool so that other Ghostblade players could understand how to improve, but also how to not get so discouraged against a stronger opponent. And in that case, I do admire this player a lot for not being so discouraged to just leave after every single round I won. So I'm very happy the fact that this player had enough willpower to just stick it and just keep playing against me. So there is that. Now how do we improve as Ghostblade? Well, the biggest thing is we have to understand the opponent we're playing against, right? I know this is very much something I feel like I've said a lot, is you have to understand the opponent, right? What does that mean? Well, part of it is the fact that we have to understand what is good against our opponent, what is bad against our opponent, and how to exploit our opponent's weakness, right? And this is something you're going to do in every single rank, is you have to understand how to exploit your opponent's weakness. And at the highest tier, your opponent's weakness is the character weakness, right? Later on, when you're really going up against the best of the best, it has to be player weakness. What is the player not doing well against? And in this matchup, it took me a while to understand how to play against another Ghostblade player who's actually really good and decent. Because I have played against other Ghostblade users, but ever since I started utilizing the conversion, I haven't had as much trouble against other Ghostblade users in a long time. And this Ghostblade player kind of made this inception of this video where how do we improve not only mid-match, but how do we improve in general? Right? How do we improve? And part of that is just understanding that with Ghostblade, you have to have what is the word I'm looking for? You can't have any kind of panic. You can't panic because having panic is very hard to control. And because of it, I noticed that the player, as I started playing more and more against this person, they got panicky with certain ways I was attacking, and they were getting hit a lot more. And so what I would do is I would just kind of force that position back onto them, right? And every now and then they would, get a good hit on me and bring it back, but then load on behold, I would always snatch victory against them consistently. It wasn't just I would do it every now and then just lose. No, it was consistent. I had a win streak against this person, a rather large one, but again, I'm very grateful that this person didn't just give up against me. My problem is I play against my opponent, and I play to their level of play. And I know that seems condescending in a way, but it's a bad habit that I have fun with it. And here's the truth, is that every now and then, if I'm motivated enough, I will be very serious. And when I'm serious, this is the apology part. I'm sorry that I perfect you so much, Ghostblade player. I didn't necessarily mean to go that hard. I just wanted to take it a little bit seriously, but it was a little too much to handle for you. And I'm sorry about that. Because from the looks of it, I made it look very unpleasant. And that's not what I was intending at all. I really do enjoy competition in this game. And so I wanted to make it as close as I could without being so sandbaggy as it might seem. So again, it might seem like I was holding back. I don't want to make it seem like that at all. I was not holding back. I was actually playing it rather safely, I would say. I didn't do anything too dangerous. I played it safe a lot, but I played it safe enough to allow myself to have the win, essentially. Because if I played far too safe, I probably would have lost a lot. So the strategy that I kind of employ with Ghostblade is to be a little bit more safe. It allows me to not only watch what the opponent is doing, but also kind of look into how they press buttons, right? Now, this is very dangerous to play because, and trust me, I've lost a lot, because it gives your opponent essentially a free turn every single time you play against them. You don't want to do that as Ghostblade because later on in the higher tiers, you're not going to get a lot of chances to come back. You're not. And so you have to take that one moment you have and run wild with it sometimes. And it's kind of funny because, looking around other Ghostblade videos and seeing what other people kind of think of him, I'm going to be making a tutorial video about it, Ghostblade, so stick around for that. I'm going to be pouring almost every single bit of knowledge I have into that video, so stick around for that. I don't know when it's going to come out, but hopefully it comes out by the end of this month. But in the meantime, I'm just going to be kind of showering every now and then a video like this or two. So again, the risk reward to Ghostblade is all about getting that one hit and swinging the momentum. Ghostblade is a high momentum character. He's really good at swinging the momentum too. He has a lot of answers for a lot of problems. He's very versatile. However, the lack of the DP can put him in a very bad situation. So there are many situations you don't want to find yourself in. One of them is Hitman and Awakening. You don't want those two to be together. It just sucks. Now, improving mid-game is very hard, but it's not unplausible. It's understanding how to change your tactics midway. And how do you do that? Well, that's all about how many game plans you throw at yourself. Okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do these things, right? One of the best ways to improve mid-match is learning how your opponent dodges. If your opponent is dodging certain moves and then you learn to adjust it, that is what I call improvement. That's what I call adjustment. That's what I call adjusting. And adjusting can be considered improving. That's literally what I think improvement is adjusting on the fly. Very important. But this person is not bad. Again, they just had a few holes in their tactics. There are certain places where they kept doing the same thing and I would have a response to it, and sometimes they didn't know what to do afterwards. And other times they had a response to it, but then I wouldn't do it and they started reverting back to what they were doing previously before that, and it started another whole can of worms where I would take advantage of it. So this player had some really good setups, really damn good setups, right? But I was able to escape a lot of those situations. Now there are some where I just kind of went monkey mode and just held down back like an idiot. And yeah, those happen. I mean, I just wanted to see and test if it was true or whatnot, and I got clapped for it. It happens, right? But those are round victories. Those aren't really wins in my opinion, right? And I usually I usually give those freebies out a lot, and I just learn to get back up from it. I want to talk a little bit about the resilience that this player has and why it's so important. This player, we played around, I think it was 13 games or something like that, and the player only won 3 times out of that whole set that we played. And I commend this player because they showed a resilience that, hey, I want to keep playing. It doesn't matter if you're better than me. I want to learn from you. And that's kind of what I got from it. And they actually started learning a few tricks that I had. And I was both pleased but displeased at the fact that it was being used against me. But then again, I stole that from someone, so, that's between us. But this player started learning a couple things from me, and I was like, ooh, this is interesting. I like this. And I just started pouring on a little bit more, onto them. And by the end of it, I think I poured a little too much sauce that I don't think they would be able to replicate. But they were doing things that both were good, but also too predictable. That was the problem that this person had, was they were way too predictable when it came to the start of the round, the neutral to the game, and the mix-up game they had. Now, what do I mean by that? They obviously were doing a lot of things good, all right? A lot of the stuff they were doing was really, really good. However, the predictability of certain things, they would go into a teleport and then try to grab. Way too predictable. Way too predictable, right? Now, I do want to iterate, you are not plus with the teleport, you're minus. You're safe, but you're minus. Now, again, it's one of those things, it's a knowledge check, but I know about it, so I was able to take advantage of it. Now, what was good about this player? The whiff punishing was really good. I felt very scared on certain areas of the map where I didn't want to be. And, their button game was far better than me. But seeing the little holes in the offense is what really made the big difference here. Was understanding my character just a lot better than this person. So I'm not going to bore you anymore about me talking about what this player did right, what this player did wrong, what I do right, wrong. I'm just going to let the video speak for itself. And again, I want to apologize. I'm sorry for making it unbearable. If you felt very, very stressed out, I'm sorry again, Ghostblade player. I'm sorry. So with that in mind, have yourselves a wonderful day. And if you enjoyed this video, hey, leave a like, leave a comment, and have yourself a wonderful day. And if you want to see more of this, I'm going to be going live on Twitch tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Pacific time. And we're going to be trying to grind up to deity rank. So that means we have to grind up to top 300 in the world. And we're actually very close, to be honest. I looked at it, it's about 80 spots away from it. So, hey, if you want to see it happen, check it out. So, again, have yourself a wonderful day, and peace.
아직 미숙하다. 무장한 녀석이